What is she likely to say to Senators Lindsey Graham, Kelly Ayotte, and John McCain? Let's talk about this with our senior congressional correspondent, Dana Bash, and CNN contributors, Democratic strategist Maria Cardona and Republican strategist Ana Navarro. Do we have Dana's microphone problem worked out? Oh, here's McCain. He's walking into the meeting. Oh, good. So, Dana, we caught McCain before he headed into this meeting right here. You heard what he had to say. What do you think?
I think this is going to be a real test of Susan Rice's diplomatic skills. That's what I think, because these are three Republican senators who, of course, have been among her harshest critics. I can tell you, and I'll play a soundbite, John McCain has definitely softened his rhetoric when it comes to Susan Rice, but he has not when it comes to the administration and Benghazi in general. Listen to what he told our Eric Fiegel exclusively this morning.
What do you have to learn about Benghazi? Do you still think there's unanswered questions?
About 50 unanswered questions, including why the president would continue to say 2 weeks later that there was a hateful video that sparked a spontaneous demonstration, why the FBI questioned people who were survivors of the consulate, who told them there was no demonstration, and that was not learned by Ambassador Rice and not learned by the president.
Do you put more blame on the president or Ms. Rice?
The president's the one that's ultimately responsible.
So that was all about the president. That's what John McCain is emphasizing right now. But here's what we understand they are really going to press Susan Rice on behind closed doors, Carol. And that is, we know after the big issue has been after the attack in September on the Sunday show, Susan Rice did not mention the fact that there was a possibility that an al-Qaeda affiliate was behind the attack. In the past 2 weeks, we were told by the intelligence community the reason is because they wanted that to remain classified. They didn't want it to be out there because they didn't want to compromise sources and methods. What's going to happen behind closed doors this morning, and probably starting as we speak, is the acting CIA director is going with Susan Rice to talk about why she didn't mention it. Because what really gets these Republicans going is not only that she didn't mention it, but that she went beyond that and said during the course of these interviews that the Obama administration has decimated al-Qaeda. The point these Republican senators have been making is that was a political statement because that served the White House well to say that kind of thing before the election, because that was a big part of the president's campaign, that he got rid of bin Laden. So that is going to be the question. Did she know the classified information? And if so, why did she say publicly that about al-Qaeda when she might not have been able to talk about al-Qaeda with regard to this attack, but she might have known about it? The question is misleading.
Okay, so let's go to Ana Navarro, our Republican strategist. So McCain said Rice asked for this meeting. So in light of what Dana just said, how can Rice win him over?
Look, I don't think it's about Rice winning him over. I don't think this is about Susan Rice as much as it is about the unanswered questions in Benghazi. And we must understand something. There's very little leverage that senators in the minority have. One of the few things they can do is really make nominations and confirmations difficult. It's part of our system of checks and balances. I've seen it happen with Democrats and Republicans, and in the past. There are unanswered questions. I think John McCain, Lindsey Graham, Kelly Ayotte understand that it was not Susan Rice's responsibility. But yes, she is the one, even though she had nothing to do with it, she is the one the administration set out there to parrot talking points that were inaccurate. This is what we know. There were breaches of security. There were pleas for help that went unanswered. There were breaches of protocol, and there are 4 dead Americans that were representing all of us. What McCain wants, what Lindsey Graham wants, is answers. And I think today is a good path, a good step towards getting some answers, and it's a step in the right direction.
Oh, okay, so Maria Cardona, our Democratic strategist, you know, we just had an election. People want Democrats and Republicans to get along. Susan Rice is clearly embattled. She's the source of controversy. So should President Obama still nominate her as his Secretary of State?
I think he should, if that's what he believes is the best thing for the country. Look, she has been an outstanding public servant both at the UN and serving under the Clinton administration in a national security role. There's no question about that. And I think that I actually applaud Susan Rice for going to these meetings. She asked for them when Senator McCain actually gave her the opening as he softened his his criticism of her. And so I think what these meetings will do, and what they should do, and I agree with Anna on this, that there are a lot of unanswered questions. This will give Ambassador Rice the opportunity to walk through what she was asked to do, what she was given in terms of the talking points. And what I think is critical here is that there's no question that these senators now understand that their first politicization of this has possible repercussions for the GOP in terms of going after Susan Rice. And that's why you're seeing Senator McCain and the others walk back some of their criticism and frankly point it at the White House and at President Obama, which President Obama himself invited. Because if you understand the way that security levels work, John McCain knows that you do not go beyond what you are told you can say or not say. And so by attacking her, he understands that that is actual politics. So this will go beyond the politics to get to the real answers, hopefully.
We'll see. Dana Bash, you're going to be standing by, and maybe the meeting will end soon, but I doubt it. Dana Bash, Maria Cardona, Anna Navarro, thanks all of you for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much.